Given the circumstances, how did you feel your team did after everything that happened over the past couple of
Well, we had our opportunities. We missed some opportunities we didn't take advantage of, both sides of the ball.
What opportunities stand out most to you?
Not stopping them and not scoring. You know, I thought we had some chances. We moved the ball, get it on their side, and we, unfortunately took a couple of negative plays. Defensively, we had a chance to take the ball away. We missed that opportunity. We had a chance to stop them on a run, and we missed that opportunity. I mean, just those are the things that you can't miss those chances when you're in that situation.
The defensive line, you had a lot of those guys back, but how much did the layoff impact them tonight?
It did, and it's unfortunate, but, we were hoping we can get through it. We had some momentum early on, and we couldn't capitalize on the momentum. And you can't let teams, good teams, stay around. If you get an opportunity, you got to make plays, and we didn't do that.
Do you think it was just maybe too much player losses for you guys to overcome?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, we had some guys out there competing and making some things happen. I mean, early on, we took the ball away a couple of times. We scored some points. But unfortunately, when again, you have other opportunities to make plays, you just got to make those plays.
What do you think of Garrett's play?
Well, I thought it was, he gave a heck of an effort. He made some good decisions. He delivered some good balls, and just his timing and rhythm was off a little bit. And it showed, when we got in a couple of situations that it's just he hadn't had enough reps. He was late a couple times coming back off of his reads. He hung on his reads a little bit longer. But, man, he made some plays, and he fought and he battled. And when a guy does that, you appreciate that.
Did that toe injury slow down Gibson throughout the course of a little bit?
Yeah, unfortunately it did. He tried to battle through it and try to fight, and, he gave it a hell of an effort. He really did, and he fought.
Well, you guys talked a lot about communication in secondary. At one point, you have 4 guys out there or 5 guys out there who probably hadn't played much together. How much is that?
Well, it did show a little bit, but, those guys battled. And again, I'm not going to take anything away from guys that, got opportunities to play. They fought hard. It was tough, but, hey, we unfortunately, we didn't do it. And again, it's, you'd like to, when you have a chance to have played a little bit better and, coached a little bit better. But unfortunately, we didn't. And again, got to give them credit. They did the things that they needed to do to give themselves the opportunity to win.
For you and the players, how much of just all the chaos was kind of going on this week? How much of that was
Well, we tried to handle that. We really did. We tried to stay ahead of it and try to keep things as normal. I thought the guys were handling it pretty well, and but at the end, we just didn't get it done.
What was it like in the hours leading into the game? Is you're hoping to maybe get 1 or 2 quarterbacks off the
Well, that was you're hoping, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But hey, we went to and played with the guys we had, and that's the thing. Got to understand. It doesn't matter who's out there. Once you're out there, you got to play.
Ron, when did you officially find out that you weren't going to have either of them?
I would probably say right around 2:30.
James Smith-Williams, I think, was cleared out from COVID, but didn't.
His asthma kicked up, and so we didn't want to chance it with him. We just wanted to be smart.
Not the main storyline, but the benches you guys brought in was the story behind that.
I couldn't tell you. Just that had nothing to do with what happened on the field.
Ron, did you sense that, early on you said you caused some turnovers, but they seemed to get in a rhythm running the ball,
Yeah.
and you couldn't seem to stop it.
Yeah.
What do you think was that for you?
You look at some of the things that were happening out there, and got to give them credit because they did a couple of really nice things. But we missed a couple tackles early on, and they got a little bit of a spark going. And sometimes when a team gets a little bit of a rhythm, it kind of snowballs effects. And still we were right there all the way up until the end. Until the last few minutes of the fourth quarter, we give up the big throw. And it's just it's those things that when you have the opportunity, you got to make those plays.
With those arm tackles, how much does it function of having a quarterback who can run like that? Does it cause anything to you players on tackles?
Oh yeah, because again, as I said when I was asked about him earlier, is that it's a triple threat. He's going to either hand it off, he's going to either throw it, he's going to run it. And you've got to be able to play all three. And early on, we were doing a pretty good job, playing pretty disciplined. And then they popped one early on us. We had the run bottled up, and then we started to fold, and you can't do that. you got to stay disciplined. You got to stay in your creases. And once that ball starts to bounce sideways, that's when, you got your opportunity to make the play. You can't fold it. And we did, unfortunately. And we know when that happens, and then they find the crease. And the next thing you know, it turns into what should have been a no gain, turns into 18, 19-yard run. And that's again, just got to trust it.
Sorry, do you have a sense yet of whether the guys Taylor, Kyle, those guys might be available for
No.
Sunday's game?
I have no sense.
Did you feel the impact, or how did you feel the impact of having some of those assistant coaches missing and having that?
I thought our coaches handled it well. I did. I thought the guys that were out coaching, I thought they did their jobs. The communication I thought was pretty good. I know again, a couple of coaches, might have helped a little bit more, but the guys that were there were doing their jobs.
The downside of the delay is now it's a short week going into Dallas. What's the immediate plan for you guys to do for that?
Well, the biggest thing is try and get them as rested as possible physically. We got to travel out there. It's Christmas weekend, all that kind of stuff. So we just got to make sure that the guys are rested. And the plus is we played them a week ago. The plus is the coaches had an opportunity to get everything prepared. They just now it's just a matter of putting it together for the guys, and then we'll go from there.
What was the decision to put JD on injury reserve today?
Just listening to what he was told, and what the doctors expect, and so we do it now, and hopefully we can use the spot, and hopefully if things work out, we still have a chance, and we'll see what happens.
I know this is kind of going across the league, the
Yep.
spread of this variant, but given everything that the team has gone through already, do you worry that the players are not just physically tired, but also just kind of mentally worn out?
Yeah. I mean, you do worry about those things, and to your point about the variant, I hope everybody's being very careful. I really do mean that. From what we've seen and everything, it's important that people take this Omicron very serious, because it spreads like wildfire. And if you don't have your booster, get it.
What's the message to the guys now that you're in a situation playoff-wise to kind of have to win out to get it?
That's it. That's the message. We got to win out. We got to take them one at a time, focus in on them one at a time, and then move to the next one. But we have an opportunity. We got to take it. It's in front of us.
Obviously, there's no, with regards to the COVID situation, it's unfortunate it's happened to other teams too, but you guys are just coming off a 4-game winning streak, had momentum, and then it starts to happen right in last week. How frustrating is just the timing?
Well, it is frustrating because of the timing, but that's the unfortunate part too. Because if you look at some of the injuries we had, that's what's that's the game. That's the nature of the game. You've got to be able to handle tough circumstances, and I would like to have handled these last couple of weeks a little bit better than we did.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Alrighty, cool. Thank you, guys.